thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
Tommy, we're back for episode 493. We just finished up an exceptionally greasy pre-show, and we're sliding right into the show. This is the lifting podcast about nothing, recorded live from the corners of the Dakotas, and my name is Tanner.
And my name is Tommy.
And we have a doozy of an episode this week, to say the least.
Yes, we do.
Pulling out all the stops for this one, including our newest sponsor of the Massenomics podcast, EliteFTS. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about this.
The newest sponsor of the podcast is EliteFTS. And right now, they have up to 40% off of bands. That's insane. You think that's insane? Wait. There's more. Discount code MASS10. You stack it on top. That means up to 50%. That's half off. That's half off of bands.
Damn.
What?
That's just buy one, get one free is what that turns into.
You might as well drive to London, Ohio, walk up to Dave Tate and just rip the bands off the wall and steal them from him, because that's basically what you're doing is stealing them from him at 50% off.
Yes.
Like you may get arrested if you go to EliteFTS.com and order bands for 50% off with code MASS10. I fear for the legal repercussions. We can't be held responsible for you stealing from EliteFTS at 50% off, but give it a try. Let us know how it goes. We'll see you in jail.
This episode is also brought to you by The Strength Co. The Strength Co. They're American-made, Olympic iron plates. They're the go-to plates, Massenomics Gym and Tommy's Home Gym. They are smooth, yet easy to grip. They're black. They're E-coated. They're made to last a lifetime and then some. I was recently, just today, working on a little home gym project that involved me moving some things around. And every time, when you're in the gym mode, it's a little different when you're moving barbells and plates. But then when you're just in the move stuff around mode, everything feels like twice as heavy. Is it just me, or do you feel the same way, Tanner?
That's a fact. That's scientifically proven.
But the one thing that didn't change is when you're not in gym mode and you're just in moving mode, the plates are still so easy to grip. Like they're just so easy to grab onto and move around.
It's still paradoxically smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. So they work in every situation. Like I said, highly recommended, the go-to plates. While you're there, they also have a wide selection of apparel, barbells, other equipment items as well. So hopping over to thestrength.co and give it a look. Thank you, Strength Co.
What's the movie with the guy from Peaky Blinders where it's about the creation of the nuclear bomb?
Oh, yeah. Oppenheimer.
Has Tommy seen it?
No, I haven't actually really want to, and I haven't yet.
It just reminded me of where he explains a paradox. It makes for a funny meme. We've done one that's been really popular. I see mostly Matt did one here recently of the Oppenheimer scene talking about a paradox, but that's the smooth but easy to grip. That actually could recycle that. Strength Co should probably recycle that about their plates, how they're so smooth. How can the plate? The caption is, how can the plates be so smooth yet easy to grip? Mm-hmm. It's paradoxical, and yet it works. Mm-hmm. Yes. I agree with the smooth and easy to grip. I agree with everything being terrible to move when you're not actually lifting. Are we going to talk about your gym upgrades? Like, does any of that have to be saved for YouTube?
No,
or are we going to...
Because this will come out next week, we can probably talk about all of it. I don't know. I don't know if it needs to be under wraps, because it might be under wraps for a few weeks, depending on how things go then.
Is any of it related to our title topic this week?
Actually, kind of. I mean, it kind of in an overarching sense is. I don't know. We'll save it. We'll get to there in a little bit. We'll get to there in a little bit.
Okay. Well, that's just a fun teaser for what we have coming in the latter half of this episode. That's latter, right?
The latter.
I don't know if I understand what those definitions as to why they are what they are.
I, to this day, when...
Do you ever have to Google it?
No. But what I was going to say is, to this day, when people use the
Latter and former?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you call that? The comparison device of the former rather than the latter. And every time I know what they mean, but I have to actually go back and look through both of them for that to make sense in my brain, to register what the former and what the latter is every single time.
Does the former...
The former is the first thing they mention.
Right.
The latter is the last thing they mention.
The former is the first, but does that make sense? I get that's why it's confusing to me, I think, is that the former is the first. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
want to know.
There's definitely some weird
from.
old
Right.
English thing that will explain why that is correct, but
Big Cam agrees it doesn't make sense.
It's not immediately obvious at all.
Garrett says it's the thing you formerly mentioned and the thing you laterally mentioned. I'm not really for sure familiar with the term laterally in that
I don't know if that's right.
The thing you laterally mentioned, I don't know if I'd never used the word laterally. Like, lateral is parallel, right?
To me, that's what that would be. Yeah, but
yeah. Gary said it's a heuristic, and there's where I'm like, well, now I need to look up the definition of heuristic to know. Like, you start using all these terms that I
heuristic,
just
yes, of course.
semi understand. You use terms I
yes
semi understand to define something I semi understand. By the end of it, I'm like, okay, we're gonna need more terms here. Like,
it's a weasel, it's a wazzle, it's a.
But Big Dad Ched says formerly known as is the first thing you're known as. There's something.
Well,
right?
I get that. Like, that one's obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know Prince. You know, the artist formerly known as Prince. You know.
Right. So I just don't like that saying. I'm going to be on record. I don't like that.
I don't
saying.
think it's us. If you're going to drop one of those into a written statement, just be prepared for me to hit the brakes for a moment before I continue reading.
Yeah. Okay. Big Shalom says former is like previous, but like the first previous thing. I mean, I just think it's too complicated. Let's keep things simple. Are you talking about the first thing you said or the second?
Exactly. Just stay away from that whole naming structure.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. What was that about though?
I have no idea.
What the hell we were talking about?
Not a clue.
But what were we talking about?
Don't even know.
What was the former and the latter thing though?
I don't know. I have no idea. Totally lost it at this point. I mean, we were talking about Oppenheimer at one point and Strength Co memes, but
yeah. I do not remember what we were talking about. So, okay, yes. The latter part of the episode, we're going to talk about Tommy's home gym upgrades and stuff. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back, baby.
Oh, I'm getting thirsty. All this hard thinking we're doing here.
So, what the hell are we going to talk about in the former? That's the question. What do you got?
I got a Kirkland grapefruit sparkling water here.
I got
Delightful.
something special here.
Oh, orange juice?
Orange juice.
Orange juice? What the hell's going on over there?
Well, I am past my fat. I'm past my protein. The only thing I need left today
Sugar me
is
up,
carbohydrates. Yep. And I do like orange juice.
All right. Well,
that'll
do it then.
I am becoming an orange juice fan, especially on now that I'm tracking. It's always the thing that I'm. You have to eat so much rice when rice is like your.
It's a
like
lot.
my carb source is rice. Just like occasionally toast, occasionally bagels, but there's just not that much in any of it. Like it's hard to get 500 grams of carbs in a day.
That's
like
a lot of carbs.
Yeah,
that's so many carbs. Yeah, dude, the Michael Phelps. You're just at the point you're at the Michael Phelps thing where he just gets to drink like 10 just sugary drinks a day to fuel the machine.
Like I absolutely well, my thing is too. I drink no sugary drinks. I eat
Calories.
no sugary food or anything like that. So I'm never getting any of that. So then it comes the end of the night and I'm like, I don't know. I could eat but it's like I can't ever have any more fat. I'm like,
Right.
no, I just tipped the scale on my fat, so I have to even be. Sometimes I'm like, well, milk can't really be my answer because
No, and you can't just have like 4 more protein shakes to end the day to get there on calories because, like, do you really need that much protein in a day?
Well, and then I'm going to be at 400 grams of protein.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah. Anthony says I could switch to full sugar Coke.
There you go.
I am a Coke Zero man until I die.
You'd hate to confuse Chat GPT all of a sudden once they got you pinned down.
That's Gary says muffins. Do muffins not have much fat?
Boy,
Maybe they do.
I don't know. I thought the Costco ones had a lot of fat in them.
Yeah. Pretzels. Yeah. I like fruit, so fruit's the easy answer for me, bananas and stuff like that. But sometimes I'm like, I don't even want any more food.
I just don't even like fruit in the first place that much. But yeah, but you said you already ate bagels, right? You said you already. That's what Boog said. He says he just pounds bagels all day long.
Yeah, I do that. And the thing is, though, too, since I'm always at my fat limit, I'll have a bagel with, like, I have a little bit of peanut butter now. I don't just be like, oh yeah, this is a serving of peanut butter.
Isn't it crazy how much fat you could actually get in?
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, this is a serving of peanut butter. And then I'm like, I actually, like, right now, all I can have is half a serving of peanut butter or no peanut butter.
French toast bagels, just had those for the first time recently. And to me, those things it's like I'm eating dessert and I can just eat them plain. Yeah. I mean, I toast them to warm up a little, but I can just eat those plain with nothing on them.
But I pretty much have to always eat mine plain because there's not many things that I guess you could put like jam on it or something like something sugary, but I'm,
okay. Yeah. Now that we're on this topic, actually, this actually falls into something, okay. Were you going to ask me how many carbs I have on mine? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah. What's your number?
Mine's at 260 and I routinely go under on that and make up for it on fat because it's still.
What's your fat number?
My fat's 90.
Yeah, that's low too. My fat now is like 122.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times, though, like I said, I'll be at 90, but 10 calories of fat or 10 grams of fat is that 100 calories versus 30 calories or what's it, 3 or 4 for carbs.
Right.
So you just get so many more. It's just so much easier to put calories down when it's fat,
Oh, if that's the easiest thing to do.
It's so easy.
Fat calories are so easy that is so easy to do. I could understand the appeal of potentially a ketogenic diet where I'm like, okay, like I just eat a shitload of fat all the time. I mean, I know it's not that simple, and then you're restricting.
But it kind of is that simple,
right?
All right. What I was going to say was, I wrote down Shredder here. I ordered the $7.
Is this Teenage Mutant Ninja
Turtles? It is not this time.
I was hoping it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles related.
Nope, this is a bait and switch.
Ninjas in a half shell, turtle power.
My boy's starting to really like he kind of likes the show because there's like 10 different versions of it on, but he really likes the theme song. Theme song does it for him, but I ordered the $7 plastic chicken shredder grinder thing off of Amazon.
Cowabunga, dude.
It works surprisingly good.
So is it the one that you go like this?
You just put it on the countertop and it just sticks in place and you just work it back and forth. I got to be honest, for $7, I'm like, this thing probably doesn't work for $7. That's so cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, but also it's $7, so I'm out nothing if I just throw it in the trash. And it's good, man. It's good. It's I'm sure having the mixer beater, whatever thing you use, is probably better. But I also didn't want to buy one of those because then I got to mess with one of those. So
that's another thing to clean and stuff. Well, I guess that is too. But can you fit like a chicken? Do you put like a chicken breast in it?
Yeah, you should put like 8 chicken breasts in at a time.
So do you just slap a chicken breast in it?
You just push it down and you kind of got to work it in. And it just, I mean, it really quickly shreds it though.
Yeah.
And then you kind of got to reposition.
Like 20 seconds or something? Or
probably. And I mean, it's no effort. Like it's no effort.
Right. It's not, and so you're not like slamming.
Oh God, no. It's like just set it on it. And the second you start turning it, it's instantly shredding it, and then you kind of reposition the chunks so that they're, because they get in the grooves where they're not hitting anything. So you kind of just reposition it on there a few times. And 30 seconds easy, you have one shredded. And it's so much faster and easier than taking the double fork method to shred your chicken.
The double fork method kind of
that's actually work, and it's messy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would highly recommend the $7 Amazon chicken shredder if anyone's playing the shredded chicken game here.
Check out our affiliates tab on Massenomics.com. Amazon is an affiliate tab, so we could probably be making like 70 cents if you click on it and buy Tommy's chicken shredder.
Oh, and if you want to really treat yourself, I don't know about you. What's your food scale situation like?
I have a little food scale. It's about this big. I guess it works. It sucks, but
it doesn't.
What's yours like?
I bought one, Walmart a year ago when I first started tracking, and basically since the day I bought it, there must be like a loose connection in the batteries because 95% of the time when I set it down, it turns on and then it instantly turns off, and it will not turn back on until I remove the battery and put it back in. And it's not bad batteries because I've switched the batteries out multiple times. So I've just subconsciously got to the point in my head where every time I need to use the scale, which is multiple times a day, I just open up the back, pop out the batteries, pop them back in, pop the thing back on, and then turn it on. And it's so annoying. And I complained about it all the time.
Yeah.
And for Christmas, my wife must have told, I can't remember who, told someone in the family this. They got me a new scale for Christmas. I used that one for like a month. And one day I was using it, I'm like, I put my plate back on 3 different times, and all 3 different times the weight changed drastically. And I'm like, how long has it been doing this? So then I got rid of that one. And then I've been just now the last 7 months, 8 months, whatever, I've been roughing it with this terrible one. So I finally upgraded to the, the OXO brand. It's like a $40 food scale on Amazon. And oh man, just to have something that works. It's like I'm living.
It's the way to go.
It's like I'm living the luxury life over here right now.
Yeah, mine's reliable, so I guess I can't complain about that.
Mine was not reliable. That was the thing.
Right.
Neither one of them were. I had 2. Neither one was reliable. So
the thing I'd say about scales, as I've been tracking, and I'm a bit of an expert now that I've been tracking for over a month, is the tear option is your friend.
Oh God, yeah.
Like what I love to do is throw my plate on there, tear it, put the stuff on there, put the first ingredient on there, tear it.
Oh, you will. Okay.
Put the second ingredient on there, tear it. Like tonight I had roast beef, mashed potatoes, zucchini, and it's just like I add my roast beef, that's how many ounces, tear. Add my mashed potatoes, that's how many ounces, tear. Add my zucchini, that's how many ounces.
You know, this kind of reminds me of our talk last week of a set. You know, it's like you're breaking a set up into a set of 9.
We got to talk about that.
It's like a set of 9 and you went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 because I said I count 1 through 9. Same thing when I'm doing the food for the most part. I'm like, rice, 5 ounces. Okay. Chicken, let's get that to 5 ounces. Okay. Veggies, let's get that to 7. And I just remember 557. And then when I go sit down, I type it in. So that's how
So what are you putting it on the scale then?
What do you mean?
Well, you said you get your chicken.
Oh, yeah. I tear the plate. Yeah. I put the plate down, turn it 0.
Thing.
And then, and then I just, dump the rice in until I'm at like, let's just say 5 ounces or 6 ounces, whatever I want to be.
Right.
And then I take the chicken until like in my head, if I want to be at 6 ounces until it gets to 12.
Oh, you're just adding.
Yeah. I'm just
you're
adding.
Just adding.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. I see the difference there.
Yes,
You're not hitting the tear button. I'm
no.
Yeah. You're doing, that requires quite a bit of mental math.
Oh, big mental math guy over here. Big time.
The MarcoFactor discount code Massenomics. All we're talking about, use discount code Massenomics at MarcoFactor. That's what we use. It is really good. The counting thing, we talked about it on the last week's episode because who had that question? I knew it, and it was Big Boston Jose.
Okay.
Big Boston Jose, bit of a math guy, I believe. He's the one that figured out the probability equation for the two of us wearing the same shirt on the podcast also.
Oh, so okay. All right. Big math guy.
So Big Jose asked us about the counting. I said I'd never talked about that before to anyone in my life. And you had obviously never heard of anyone doing that before. We did a post of it on Instagram and the YouTube video itself, and it opened up a can of worms that what I even do is just the tip of the iceberg compared to what other people do. I'm like, wow, some people, like, here's one that people do. So what we're talking about is counting. We'll say a set of 15 because that was our example. In your head, you're going to count 1 through 15.
I count 1 through 15, and every number closer to 15 is even better. That's how my brain thinks, just 1 through 15.
And if I'm going to do a set of 15, I did it today. I count to 5 3 times. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm like, because to me, then I'm like, oh, 6. 6 is still so far away from 15. But if I'm like, oh no, I just have to do 5. I never have to do more than 5. It's just 5 and then 5 again. And it's like, I never have to do 15. I just have to do 5. And like 5 isn't a big mountain for me to climb. But today I did a set of 6 and I joked that I count 2 sets of 3. I don't actually do that.
Yeah.
I start doing that, I believe, at 10. I would really have to pay
10
attention.
is the mental
I don't think
line.
below 10, and I don't do any tricks.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. And I think a lot of people are being 100% serious when they're saying their methods. Like a lot of people said on a set of 15, they'll count up to 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then go back down the chain and go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I actually do this sometimes to help myself. Jake actually mentioned it here, and I've done this in other things too. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done that at times.
That's
too.
too many number games. Like when I'm thinking through the set, I just want to the only thing I want to be thinking about is the next number, not like jumping around and playing these games. That's why I can't do that.
And I definitely do that Jake is doing there. And I don't know if like that's a military counting thing that we do that because I'm not sure where that comes from, but I've definitely done that at things. I like Garrett. These are some of the insane ones that I heard on a set of 15. Where did he say? I count to 7, then 3, then 4, then 1.
I literally, and if someone's doing that, I mean, that's awesome. I literally can't think like that when I'm like, I struggle. I for real struggle if I'm benching. Let's say I got to do a set of 5 and Juggernaut will be a set of 5 pause bench and it's a 3 count. And in my head, if I have to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, like I already like just that I start to lose track in my head. That's one of my least favorite things. There's too many numbers going on, so I can't do the number thing.
Well, there was a couple other even crazier ones, and I don't remember them all now. But a couple people were just joking around and saying insane stuff.
But there was a lot of people that the takeaway was people break these up a lot, which I didn't know was a thing at all, and apparently is fairly common
in a lot of different ways that I had never even considered. Like I would get so confused when Garrett says it. He goes 1 through 7, then 1 through 3, then 1 through 4, and then 1. My favorite answer, though, that someone said on a set of 15, they go, and this highlights the absurdity of it, of like my method of breaking down. This answer highlights the absurdity of that. He goes, I just count to 1 15 times.
I know. It's taking it to an
is
extreme
not necessary. I mean, it's extreme where you would just go 1, 1. So then what's funny about that is in your second subconscious, you're like
you got two thought trains going there,
right? You're counting the ones. You're like, no, I just say 1 every time, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's 1, 2, 1, 3.
That can't
1,
be a thing,
4.
though, right? Like,
I do not think so. I mean, that's the craziest one. I don't think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. That reminded me, talking about social media. What did Bleacher Report ask? Was it for actually the horse stall mat?
Yeah,
video?
they posted it on TikTok today.
I want to know why they thought that video was relevant to their audience.
Well, also, if you look at Bleacher Report TikTok, I'm like, oh, I guess they didn't post it today. And then I scrolled down. They post on TikTok, I don't know, 50 times a day.
Oh, they do. Oh,
yeah.
So they're just
like
doing
it was buried. Like they're just posting everything.
Okay.
TikTok doesn't matter. Like I've heard people say this before. TikTok, there's no, like, it's like, oh, you just posted. Oh no, you posted again. It is literally, you want as many.
Damn.
This is what I understand of it. You want as many out there as possible, and it's not going to penalize you for having just posted. Like they might have posted like 10 posts in 5 minutes.
Wow. I did not realize that's how TikTok was at all.
Yeah, that's what I've heard before. And this is the first case that I've really seen. And I'm like, well, Bleacher Report has like 12 million followers. They probably know something of what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably a clear strategy behind that. it was actually funny today. Jack called me and he's like, because he didn't know anything about it. And he's like, your post is on Bleacher Report.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he saw it.
So,
he was like,
so that was like blowing his mind.
and the caption, there it is. But the caption was, I really like their caption. They actually looked into it because their caption was like, lift hard, live easy is just different. Fire emoji. I thought that was really interesting that someone did their homework enough to know that it was like the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic event. And then there's also a lot of comments on there already when I checked about people being like, oh, that's not that heavy. How is this even hard?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see any comments about their legs yet this time, but maybe those are coming.
Because everyone commenting already has really small legs. So
Yes. But then there's also a lot of people that get in there on the comments that are like, no, actually these, and they don't even like, some of them are farm people, some of them are horse people. And they'll be like, no, trust me, I moved these, or no, I work at a farm store.
Yeah.
These are terrible. Like there's always a lot of people arguing back on that from what I've seen. And it's usually not like gym people. It's just like people that have moved horse stall mats before.
Horsey people.
Yeah. It's horse people.
Equestrian types.
Yeah, so that was funny to see it make Massenomics make Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
To your original question, I have no idea why.
Okay.
I think just because they saw how viral it was on our page, and that's probably like
Probably.
50% of their, like if that, I mean, that's the only way they're going to see it to begin with, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah. So we've officially made it on Bleacher Report. Mark that off the list.
Yeah.
What is Bleacher Report? Is that just a social media?
No,
Like,
they
is there-
might have like some type of, well, I mean, it's mainly like a social media thing, but they might have some type of
Like, do
bigger
they have-
presence online with like,
Do they have like sportscasters in the sense that
so that's what I'm wondering. Or are they like
Is there
social
somewhere
media
you watch?
sportscasters?
right?
But they have, I mean, they're kind of almost like an ESPN of sorts though. Cause like you go to their website and they just have all this stuff on there.
Right.
I
So
don't
if they
know.
are like an ESPN though, is there somewhere where you watch Bleacher Report things other than TikTok and Instagram Shorts?
I don't know that for sure.
Okay.
Does HBO maybe have some Bleacher Report stuff? Yeah. They have some tie-in with HBO.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say, I
The
thought I
home
saw
box
them.
office.
It's the home box office. Yes.
We do have a new drop. This is big news. We have a new drop coming next week. And we have not talked about this at all. Are we going to talk about anything that's in the drop, or are we going to let it be surprises? Or
God.
because when
Well,
this
we can
comes
talk about
out,
one of the
it's-
things because it's kind of been seen in YouTube videos.
So that's what we're going to talk about. It is I'm wearing a lifting department tee. It's not this color. We have a new green lifting department tee. I'm guessing you don't have yours.
I had it on earlier today, and that thing got sweated through hard. So
Yeah.
don't have it
Yeah.
on
So
now.
Big Ben want to know, are we talking about the shirt we've been wearing for the last month? Yes, it is the, what is the technical term of that green
I don't
color?
know. It's kind of like an olive Odie green.
Yeah. Yeah. And yes, that one is finally releasing. We've been wearing it in videos. It's been popping up everywhere. We are.
It is a comfort colors, to be clear.
Yes. Comfort colors, lifting department, tee. Fits like a glove though, doesn't it?
A good lifting department glove.
Yeah. Ben said forest, hunter. Yeah, those are, it's both, it's in the vein of both of those. That's not the definition of it, but, I can't remember.
It's gone.
Then we got something else in this drop that is definitely going to pack a wallop, I would say, but we're not going to disclose that necessarily yet. We're going to play that one a little closer to. We're just going to play it a little closer.
Yeah. Do we know about this other thing we have? Is this other thing ready yet? Are we aware of? Not yet.
There's two things that I think are at port
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
That UPS has not taken delivery of.
Just because of everything going on.
With everything going on, there's two things that are at the port, but we do not. I think they are in the United States, but I don't know that they're yet moving any closer to us. So it is TBD if anything else will be in there or not.
Would you say sage would be like the correct name for that shirt, maybe?
Yeah. I like that the best of the ones we've thrown around.
Pretty
so far.
sure that's the name.
That's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. It's sage.
Yeah.
Sage green. Yeah. So that'll be Thursday, September 18th, the afternoon. We're dropping that sage green lifting department tee. At least one other thing that's a big, heavy hitter. And then TBD on other stuff because we don't know if it's going to get here.
So there could be like 2 other things. There could be no other things or like 2 to 3 other things. We'll just see.
So it depends on what gets here or what doesn't get here and waits till October then.
Yeah.
Or November. Or
But
December.
at least it will be, at the very least, it'll be in October.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so that's the new drop. Oh, like we said, we're going to talk about those gym upgrades. How about a little update on Crew Falls? We're up to 30 people signed up for our Crew Falls event now. If you want to get involved in Crew Falls, that is December 6th and 7th, I believe, in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
You go to our website and go to
we've got it on our
drop
website.
down, see all the details if you need to read it.
And that's also where you can get signed up. Signing up doesn't cost anything. It's just a way for us to know and be able to plan on who's going to be there and to make sure we can make accommodations on anything. It costs to come. You know, you got to get here. We're not paying for you to come to Crew Falls, but we're not charging you anything above and beyond what it's going to take for you to get here and stay. So we are, I guess this is news. We did announce it last time. We are going to be lifting at Los Campeones.
Yeah.
Again this year. We're back at Los for round 2. So get signed up for that if you're interested. That's coming in December. More formally, we're going to be, what is today? Wednesday? In 2 days, we're going to be doing gym tours in South Dakota at Tommy's home gym for one of them.
Yeah, we're going to do a couple videos at my house, actually.
Going to do a few videos at your house. We're going to record all day that day, a few videos at your house. We're going to tour Alan Larson's gym in Sioux Falls. And then we're going to tour a couple Brookings, South Dakota's gyms in that same day.
Going to be a fun day.
That will be a fun day. And then later in September, we're going to do at least 9 more gym tours on the East Coast. So in September, in 2 weeks, we're filming like 14 gym tours.
That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of
numbers on that.
A lot of gym tours.
Yeah. There is talk about the crew gift. So should we talk about the line in the sand?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Keith asked if Alan's crew. Yes, Alan is crew. The line in the sand, though, we actually do have a line in the sand. We're talking about the special crew mailer that's coming out. Well, it's coming out really soon. We're going to tell you have a little bit of time left to get signed up. The official line in the sand, if you want in on this mailer, and everything came, the last of it showed up today, so that's why we can put the official line in the sand. I've got samples or whatever you want to say of everything sitting right here in front of me, and the last of it was the best of it, and I'm very excited. This is going to be, I believe, the best crew mailer we've ever had. The line in the sand, which it's a proverbial line in the sand where if you join prior to the line in the sand, you're going to get in on this crew mailer.
Do you want to be on the former or the latter side of the line?
If you join on the latter side of the line, which is after, in this case, you're not going to get in on this crew mailer. You will have been too late. So I know I've verbalized it this way before, but if we don't convince you to join up before this line in the sand, we failed. It's not your fault. Like, I feel like that's totally on us. I feel like, mostly everything we've done is for nothing if we can't get you to join up here before this line in the sand, because
we might just shut the podcast down at that point.
We failed. The whole thing, what's it been for?
For nothing. We'll probably quit before we get to 500.
Yeah, so the line in the sand is going to be September 24th. If you join up by September 24th, just join up now. Don't wait till September 24th. That's like way too close. You don't want to be that close to getting cut off on the line. September 24th is the line in the sand. That's also the line in the sand to give us your updated mailing address if you're already an existing supporting member. If your mailing address has changed, make sure to give us that address. If you're not sure if we have the right one or not, you can still send it to me and I'll double check. You can DM it to us on Discord or Instagram, or you can send us an email to getbig@massenomics.com. Any of those ways we can get your updated address input in there. Is that everything on the line? Is it clear? Do you think it's clear what the line in the sand rules
I think
are?
you made it as clear as you can for now. There's going to be a little more urgency next week, but it still is pretty important to get signed up if you've ever been thinking about it.
Yeah. I just lay awake at night sick to my stomach thinking about the poor soul that listens to the podcast all the time. They watch our YouTube stuff. They love it. And they don't take the leap to get signed up before this line in the sand. That's shame. What people ask what worries me. That's what worries me is that you know who you are right now. You're listening to this. You're like, man, are they talking about me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're thinking even for a second, are we talking about you? Yes, we're talking about you.
Yes. Get signed up. You won't regret it. There's a community aspect to this thing that it's like no other. That brings me to supporting our supporting members. It's a relatively new segment of the Massenomics podcast. We really like to give back to those that support us. So get in on this. You can get on supporting members. What you really get in on, I talk about different check marks that you get in on, different things you get in. What you get in on is the community. Other people throw around this community word in our space. Companies,
community this, like community us. That, yeah. Community.
Most of them don't got it. Most of them don't have it.
A lot of them talk the talk. Not a lot of them walk the walk.
We have the community, and I'd put our community up against anyone else's community in a Royal Rumble any day of the week. So get in on the community and get in on supporting our supporting members this week. Big Eddie ran a Highland game competition. Big Kurt was there and Big Scott were both there. Big Andrew was there. He won first place in the C class. Big Waffle Iron was there and he won the Athlete of the Day award.
Nice.
Big Macho got third place in his Clydesdale category in his Ironman tune-up event.
I don't even know what any of those words mean.
We don't have to.
Okay.
He got third place. Clydesdale is maybe a larger human being category is my guess.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a weight limit for that.
So you think it's just a creative way for like a heavyweight class is the name?
Something like that, maybe. Okay. I'm not sure. That's just my guess. That's purely a guess.
So that was the first part. What was the second part of that?
He was competing in an Ironman event, and I know there's different lengths of Ironman. Or there's different lengths of triathlons.
Okay.
And I think this was his last one he's doing before the big Ironman that he's doing.
Okay, so he was not riding a Clydesdale through the Ironman competition. That was not part of it.
I like to think he was.
Yeah,
actually, I feel like I'm wrong, and it is now that he was riding a horse.
He just entered. It's like, it's not that complicated. He entered the Clydesdale division. There's just it's the horse he rode.
Big Narrow Pavlo, him and his wife had a second baby. Said they're now up to a combined total of 20 pounds, 6 ounce total birth weight over 2 kids.
Damn.
I like that. How you add that. You add them.
It's cumulative.
Yeah, it's cumulative. Big Mikey Kelch competed in his first powerlifting meet. He said he was inspired to compete from listening to the podcast over the years.
Well, there you go, man. That's awesome.
He had a 540 squat, 3D5 bench, and 540 deadlift.
Shouldn't have been waiting around so long with numbers like that.
Yes. Big Bryce, perfect little sweetie himself, got engaged.
Woo.
Congrats on the impending funeral.
Man, yep. If there's one guy that's going to fit the stereotype, he's definitely going to quit lifting once he gets married.
Yeah, you can tell.
I can tell.
I got a girl now. I don't got time for the gym. We're too busy.
I kind of always pictured Bryce as that type of guy. This is the excuse he was looking for. He's just been looking for an excuse for like 10 years and hasn't been able to find one. Now he's got that excuse. He's got to go full time on the Huck Finn Barbell show. So
he needs that job.
He's married and he's on the Huck Finn Barbell show, so he just can't lift.
He doesn't have time to lift anymore. No. Big Adam was competing at Northeast Regionals USAPL. Big Sam Bob ran the Tameside 5K with a time of 23 minutes and 33 seconds. Big Jake, Big Seabass, and Big Alex all competed at Fargo in the Strongest on the Prairie Strongman competition. Alex got 5th in the 105 class. Seabass got 4th in the super heavyweight. And Big Jake the Snake, the runner of the Massenomics Strongman competition at the Lift Hard Live Easy, got 2nd. Walking the walk, he got 2nd in the 105 class.
Nice.
Big Lucas was competing at America's Strongest Masters and walked away with 5th place in his class. He set PRs in 5 out of 6 events. Arizona's Strongest Man went down. We had Big Toby, Big Dan, and Big Ryan all competing together, a 3 crew there. Toby won the Masters class. Ryan won the under 80. I'm not sure about Dan's results. And Big Brad competed in his Highland Games. I see. I think he got top 3 in his class at least. And what was there? One other thing. Keith, who is the guest this week on Unpaid and Underrated? It was Big Jory. I already answered my own question. Big Jory is this week's guest on Unpaid and Underrated. Make sure to go give that a listen. It's our bratty, rotten little sister podcast. Unpaid and Underrated. Find them anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Keith tried to write Jory 7 times in the Discord, and every time it came out Joey, and Garrett had to let him know that Joey's actually the host.
That is a co-host. He was not just a guest this week.
So that is supporting our supporting members. One other thing I would add, just because I've noticed some people doing it, no pressure on this. I'm not much of a guy to give a sales pitch, but I just would note, had a couple people lately that had existing supporting memberships, and this has come up. Maybe this saves me having to DM a few people, and they wanted to increase their level, and they wanted to know how they do that. So the easiest way I had them do it is just start a new supporting membership for the level that they want to be at. Then once that's done, go and cancel their old one. And then you don't lose your spot in line. We keep your supporting member number, your supporting member spot in line, but then just your change from say you got in at the $3 level and you're like, hey, this is worth so much to me. I can't afford not to be at the $6 level.
Just feel criminal. Not giving these guys more.
Yeah. So then that's been my recommendation. Just sign up for the new level. And then in the comments, write, hey, I'm signing up at a new level. You stupid horses' asses. Don't just do that. Hey, I'm signing up at a new level, you stupid horses' asses. So that way I see the comment and know what's going on. Or you can DM us and let us know. But that's come up a little bit that people just feel like they've felt guilty, I think, like they're
right.
The EliteFTS, like they're stealing from us. Yeah. Right. And they just want in at more. And I'm like, okay, fine. You can sign up at a higher level. We will figure out a way. We do not want you to feel like you're robbing from us. Should we do a certified training facility of the week?
I am just excited for this.
Okay. Oh, do you have one? Because I do actually have one again.
No, I don't have one.
Okay. Let's go to new pictures here. You want to go on a journey?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on a journey. We are going to go to...
Are we going overseas?
We're going overseas, baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're going to go to, what country is this? Sweden.
The Swedish.
And near Copenhagen.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to go to a little place called Victory Village
Hot
Muscle
Club. Okay. I gave this a quick cycle through, but damn, okay. I guess they do things a little different in Europe.
Is this what all the home gyms are like there? So what did I say the name of that was?
Victory Village Muscle Club.
Muscle
in
Club.
Natraby, Sweden. Probably said that 100% wrong.
Nope, that's right. I'm for sure I know.
Okay, well, yeah, if you said it's right, then I know it's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, I don't even know. Is this, it's got to be in someone's house, right? This is in a house. Oh, no, this is a garage. If you look at, okay.
Yep.
So this is a garage. All right, first photo. Are we ready for this, Tanner?
Yeah.
First photo, we got a dumbbell rack. The walls, it looks very nice. Like the flooring is something premium. It's like a large tile. It kind of looks like horse stall mats, but I don't think it is.
It's
just
got
like
maybe a beveled edge on those corners, and it has a nice fitment together.
And then you have a wall of mirrors. You have a full dumbbell rack. I don't know what kind of dumbbells they are, but then there's like all this awesome backlighting. There's a ski erg in the corner.
Feeling they might be a Vanco or a Lico.
Okay.
I mean, just because we'll notice a little bit of a theme as we go through the rest of the gym. So I think dumbbells could, my guess is a Lico, but I don't know.
Okay. And it looks like a full set. Like there's a lot there.
Yes.
If we go to the next photo.
Is the dumbbell rack, oh no, the lighting is below there's backlighting below the mirror on that back wall. Do you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, and you mentioned the infamous skier.
Yeah, in the corner over there.
Very European of them to have a
very, very, very Scandinavian of them with their skiing heritage. Next photo, we have what appears to be a garage door, but they have like a false wall of some kind in front of it or something. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know
well,
what I'm saying?
There definitely is like some sort of false wall because he has all his attachments from it, and those would be relatively heavy.
Yeah, so they have this wall. Yeah, like you said, with all the I don't know, there's what, 30 attachments on there. There's a lot.
Yeah.
And then we're seeing some Eleiko bumpers. There's some type of cable pull down machine. You got like an assault bike and then just some type of just stationary spin bike or something in the corner.
Is there a rower back there too, or is that not a rower?
Where?
What is like in the foreground?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is a rower, I think. Yeah. Man, there's so many things there. I couldn't even see that tucked in there. So, yeah, I think there's a rower. There's also some more dumbbells on the wall. They look like they're set up a little more decoratively, along with, I'm assuming those Eleiko kettlebells there.
I would say they're probably like competition style kettlebells. Maybe.
Yeah, they're colored. They look pretty cool. I don't know if I've seen ones like that before. The next photo, we got the barbell wall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 barbells on there of
definitely
varying sizes.
Red. You can see the red. I don't know, that ring that's on the Eleiko barbell.
Oh yeah. Like the IPF sticker on the barbell.
Right, sticker. There you go. That's a word.
You got that. They have the what do you call that style of plate storage where they're like that?
That style, yep.
Where they sit, like where the dumbbells are. Sorry,
last time we talked about it, I couldn't remember. I've got a couple of those.
Yeah, where the bumper plates sit up.
Sometimes I've said sandwich, and I don't know why I say that. That's not right. It's I know what you're talking
it's
about.
It's not suitcase, is it? Did they say suitcase? Or am I just
toaster?
I don't know.
They actually said toaster. Maybe it's
toaster. Maybe it is toaster. Yeah,
maybe that's why I say sandwich.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
Toaster. That would make sense.
I think it's toaster. Those for now on, those will be known as toaster racks from now on. If they're not, they are just that is. What
there we go. Some leg press machine of some kind here. It's hard to tell. The photo's just a little small. I can't quite get the brand on it. I mean, it looks nice, but then
do you think that leg press moves up and down on a track, or does that have like a pendulum?
Again, I just
can't. To it? It's impossible to tell.
I can't tell from that, and I'm not. Oh, does it say Jim Lico on it? Is that what it is? So I would think maybe it just stays on a track. But behind it, though, do we got some vintage Eleiko plates on that wall?
Vintage Eleiko plates. I don't know much about vintage Eleiko plates, but
they look pretty cool, though.
Yeah, they do.
They're all kind of black on the front, but then it looks like the outer perimeter of them is different colors. I like that.
What about his wall color here in the gym?
Like, I like
it too.
That
I've seen this on the
it's like a really dark navy, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say.
Actually, Efren's was kind of like this a little bit. It kind of has Efren vibes. Efren had, I'm pretty sure this is how Efren's was too. You know, a lot of people like to go with the gray or the black, but I think this is it still has that darker vibe, but it's just slightly different than the monochromatic thing that a lot of people do. Next photo, you can see the rack. I'm assuming this is that Eleiko. What's it, the Prestera? Is that what that series is? That
It's the Doc Tatwoffs rack.
I was gonna say, what did our friend Doc Tatwoffs have? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Elico Prestera, I believe.
That reminds me, before we forget, do you know what Dr. Tatty Waffle's last name is? I mean, you've seen it in our thing
I mean, I've
before,
definitely seen it before. I can't remember though.
Okay. I don't know how much he puts out his name, so I won't say it. But I did hear him say it on a podcast, so it must not be big top secret or anything like that. The way he pronounces it, I would not have even remotely considered pronouncing it like that in 1 million years. And when he said that, I'm like, no, you're making that up.
I don't.
And it's actually, you know why his gym, do you remember? It's the Salty Goat Garage Gym. Have you pulled up his name before? Do you see anything?
No, I went to the wrong place to look here.
Okay.
I'm going to the next spot that'll tell me for sure.
Yeah, and here's a shout out actually. Yeah, here's two supporting members actually. Keith brings it up. That's where I heard it. Dr. Tatty Waffle, supporting member, was on Vintage Weights Rob's podcast, and I listened to that as a great listen. I enjoy listening to both of those, and it was a good episode. So go give that a listen. You can find out more about Dr. Tatty Waffles and his Elico rack that he also has.
I can't find it in this list.
Okay. Well, I assume he's not going to mind if I say how you spell his name, but it's spelled this is what I think. I think it's spelled Gauther. How do you say Gauther?
I got Gauth. Oh, like Gauther.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't you say that?
Yeah.
You want to know how you say it?
How?
Anyone listening along at home, how do you say this name? Gauther. Yep. Big Scance knows, and Big Scance knows for good reason, actually. He has an unfair advantage. It is French. It's Gautier.
Oh, really?
Gautier.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Scance actually nailed it. Yeah, he knew that one, and it must be the French connection that he's got there on that. Gautier. And I told Dr. Teddy Waffles, nope, I've been saying in my head one way way too long. It's been too long. I'm not able to change that now. It is Gauther.
See, I looked at this in the list and I'm like, oh, I must be remembering his name wrong, because there's no way that name that last name could be interpreted differently. But yeah, don't know French, man.
Yeah. Okay. Side tangent.
Amazing.
All right, where were you on the
training? Yeah, we were doing this gym tour. Okay, so we're looking at the Elico Prestera rack. Let's go past that one. You can see there's a few barbells in the rack. It's just hard to tell what's there. I see a curl bar
Looks like
propped
he's got
up
a
in the
loading
corner.
pin down there that he should get a horse stall mat gripper to
should
test
absolutely. There is a curl bar in the corner. I don't know if you can see that laying in the corner of the rack. There is a curl bar there.
Oh yeah, of course.
The next photo has another angle of the vintage
Leg
plates
machine.
on the wall. That's
Yeah.
cool. There's some little coffee cups hanging too. Oh yeah, it's an Elico coffee cup. It's cool. And then last one, you can see that rower a little better. Some more of the attachments.
Yeah. Concept too. I wonder what his 100-meter dash time is.
That's the challenge that's been sweeping the nation again. Last photo. Let's get this done. Last photo. Yeah, you can just see the rest of the gym. Man, yeah, great looking gym.
Yep. Best certified training facility from Sweden I've ever toured, virtually.
Absolutely. Think we'll ever do international gym tours?
I actually was thinking, well, one last question I did have about that. Do you think you could get strong in the Victory Village Muscle Club?
Oh, hell yeah. Is that like a Swedish accent? I don't know. Or is that just a Minnesotan accent or a South Dakotan accent?
I'm counting it.
Okay.
I'm counting that. I think that's good.
Okay.
That's better than what I could have come up with. I think it's really good, actually. I think it was a perfect.
All right.
Nailed it. Your other question, though, I did think about that the other day. Do you think we'll ever do international gym tours? I kind of have a feeling we will. I don't know when or where.
Well, do you consider Canada international?
That's not what I was thinking.
Okay.
But like if you say that, then yes, I definitely think we would do that at some point in time.
Yeah.
I mean, it for sure is international. That's just I think
You were
guess,
thinking
what is
more
the
like
definition of it?
hopping, crossing an ocean
Yeah.
of some kind.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see that happening. What do you think?
I mean, I'd love to. It'd make it way more convenient if a lot of people in the certain European areas would just sign up so we could pack these things together.
Yeah. I picture it happening someday.
That'd be pretty sweet. Be a big trip.
You can also become a certified training facility. There's over 350 of them. What's the site for that one?
Massenomics.com/certified.
Then you can go look at the map. We were looking at referencing the map here. You can go look at the map. You can see all the existing certified training facilities. If you're traveling, check the area you're headed to. See if there's any crew members or any certified training facilities that are close to where you're going. It also lists if they're open to any guests contacting them about coming to train with them or not. Some places are, some places aren't. We've also got pictures and videos. If you are an existing certified training facility and you haven't sent us pictures of your CTF yet, please get those sent in to us. You can either DM them to us through anywhere or send us an email. This week's episode is brought to you by Texas Power Bars. There's exciting big changes coming up at Texas Power Bars. I can't get into it all yet. They got big things coming from our friends down at Texas at Caps Welding. All kinds of action happening. That's the future. That's where their eyes are set. Sometimes I like to look at the past and look at their timeline, how they started these most iconic bars since 1980. I know it's Tommy's favorite part of it is the history.
You know what I'm noticing here that they've officially accepted on their website, the nomenclature change. The Texas Power Bar there, it is listed as the 7th gen. The 29 millimeter is now listed as the 7th gen. Isn't that interesting? Do you see that?
7th gen. Is that the right math? I need to go
How many
back
gens do you have?
I don't know. I need to actually recheck. I need to rewatch our
Because
old
was
video.
the video 5 or was it 6?
I think I might have been able to get to 6 in my mind, but
Well,
if
then
they're
listen.
saying 7, I want to. Well, they're saying the 29 is the 7th. Then is what they're saying, right?
Yeah. It says
But I
why
feel
the
like I'm
Texas
at
Power
6
Bar
on that.
parentheses 7th gen 29 millimeter.
I don't know. We need to talk. I need to visit with them about that. I want to get on the same page. This is important.
It is very important.
That I'm not questioning them. I'm questioning myself. I want to make sure what I know. I want to make sure I'm on the same page. We need to review all 7 generations with them in great detail and make sure that we're not spreading false information
Kind
about
of
the generations.
a bit of an official record keeper over here. So
I don't think there's many people that have more information available about Texas Power Bar history than us, except for like Texas Power Bars.
Do you think they'll have all 7 gens in their possession? They might not have all of them.
I want to make sure I have all of them now, though. I'm worried that they're saying there's 7. Because I'm, and Keith is looking at our video and he says he's coming up with 6 there also, and that's what I'm thinking. But
Did we not have did we have the 29 millimeter in that video?
Maybe
or
I
not?
didn't have the 29 millimeter yet at that point in time. Maybe that's what it is. It's also whether or not they consider the Mac to be a Texas Power Bar or not. All that being completely aside, head over to TexasPowerBars.com. You don't have to know the full history to buy a bar. It doesn't hurt to enjoy the history.
Wait, hold up, Tanner. Hold up. The original Texas Power Bar says the 5th gen on it.
Well, is that the former or the latter?
I'm just kidding. I made that part up.
Yeah. Okay, check out their barbells at TexasPowerBars.com. When you buy one, let them know that your good friends over at Massenomics sent you.
Next week's title topic, Texas Power Bars, every generation. Full rundown on every generation.
Every generation ever.
This episode is also brought to you by Build Fast Formula. Build Fast Formula, it's just what works. Level up your life with innovative, clinically dosed, and research-backed supplements. If you listen to this podcast, you probably like to lift a little bit. You might even have a home gym. And if you're looking for a little extra oomph when you're going out to get that pump at whatever time of day you decide to do that, maybe check out some BuildFast Formula pre-workouts. They got your Vaso Blitz dual nitric oxide support. They got the full Blitz formula. They also got Blitz 3D that combines the two together. Or you can just buy them separate and combine them yourself too. No one's going to stop you. All available in a variety of flavors that can tell you from experience they do work. They also have 80-20 protein. It's a great blend of 80% casein, 20% whey protein. All the flavors taste great. It's available in vanilla ice cream, chocolate lava cake, Cinnadoodle, and peanut butter crunch. If you use code Massenomics, you can save 10% on your next order, or any order, actually, for that matter, at buildfastformula.com. Code Massenomics, save you 10%. Thank you, Build Fast Formula.
We're going to have to get Vintage Weights Rob on that 7th generation thing and let me know what his click notes are on it.
Say, Rob, set buddy cap straight over here. Can I kick everyone out?
Yeah, finally. I'm glad you said it. Oh, thanks, everyone. Thanks. Good meeting. Thanks, everyone. Yep. Good meeting. Yep. Yep,
did you guys have anything to add over there? Oh.
Nobody else has anything. Overall, good meeting, and thanks, everyone. Kicking everyone out, and we're going to get into our title topic. Before any good self-respecting title topic, there's one thing we've got to do. And now that we're down with the sickness.
Oh, okay. I'm ready to go now.
What's roughly the title of this topic?
The rough working title topic right now is The Death of Commercial Gyms.
Yeah. Our commercial gyms.
Commercial gyms, RIP.
Yep. We're going to dive into this. What's the genesis of this topic?
So what really got me first thinking on this is something you said, Tanner. I think it's one of the most profound things you've said, at least in the last 100 or 200 episodes of this podcast. And that was, you had mentioned, no one really talks to us anymore about wanting to open a gym. Like that conversation does not come up. The conversation is when I start my home gym, or I'm going to add this to my home gym, or I'm going to do this to my home gym. It's never, when I open my commercial gym, I want to open a gym like you guys. Like that used to be a discussion, and it never is anymore. Never. Like it does not happen.
Well, when you say it used to be a discussion, I mean, when you'd go to the gym, I'd hear people all the time tell me about how they're going to open up a gym someday. Like, there is so many people. I had that conversation with so many people, like back when we were at the Y.
But
like,
even at Massenomics gym, people would have that conversation with you all the time.
And like especially people that would be like a little more transient, and they're going to move somewhere, and I'm in college and I'm going here for this, and I'm going to open up a gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was monthly.
I remember all the time you tell me, so-and-so said that, their plan is to open a gym when they're, done with this and when they move back, or so-and-so said he's going to open a gym someday. Like, just that was always a conversation. And then I think we had mentioned this on the previous podcast. You go to the Arnold. I remember people always coming up and being like, I'm going to open a gym, explain it to you. Just like yours. Yeah, we're going to do this and this. And, asking you some questions. And that would always be a conversation. And when you said that at the time that doesn't come up anymore, it hit me that does not happen anymore at all.
And it really feels like that really rarely happens anymore. Like maybe occasionally, but it almost went away. It used to be all the time. It's just kind of crazy how, like, I just don't hear people say that anymore.
No. And the funny part is now that we're actually, in our mid to late 30s, that'd be the time when people have a little more money to actually open a gym.
People could actually do it.
Statistically, those are the people that should be opening it, not the people that are in their mid 20s.
Yeah. Maybe, okay, is there something to it in that it's also people have wisened up by that time too, that they're like, is it because, but I mean, I'm still around people of that age in the gym all the time, like the,
it's the same thing. Like, I know we've probably talked about how it feels like the Massenomics demographic has kind of, I don't know, aged with us a little bit over the years, but still, like, it still feels like that should happen a little bit though, and it doesn't.
Right. So it just got us thinking, like, is it
Yes. You mentioned that, and I've been thinking about that a lot. And another thing recently happened that just really drove this point home for me, and that was Jeff Nippard just had a video. I actually don't even subscribe to Jeff. I feel like I bring him up on the podcast a lot. I don't even subscribe to him on YouTube, but I do get his videos pumped into my recommended page a lot.
Me too.
And he had one show up for his new whatever science-based gym, whatever it was,
factory thing.
And you know me, if someone's big into YouTube fitness and they got a private gym or a gym they're opening, I got to check this thing out. I got to see what this is about.
We're the gym tour guys. We got to know what gym tour.
We got to know what's going on here. And so I watched this gym tour video, and I was like halfway through it, and it just dawned on me that even people with a lot of money, a lot of clout, a lot of influence in the industry, they're not even aspiring to open up gyms. Like, their goal is to open up the craziest private /home/ really private gym that they can. Like, that's their goal. Like, they're not even trying to, for the most part, open up a big gym or a public gym either.
And it used to feel like more so for a period of time that was the goal, is for them to open like their cool commercial gym.
Yeah, like you'd build an audience, build a following, and then like you could leverage that into opening a gym like in a big city, and then you would just have a built-in audience that's going to show up and be part of your gym. And that does happen, but that feels like even that's becoming less common.
Right. Yeah, and it still definitely happens, but like I agree with you, less common. But did you mention Sam Sulek too? Because
it's just along those same lines. Sam Sulek, kind of the same thing. He, was it 6 months ago or whatever? He had his big private facility gym tour that he made, and then if you take it back a little ways, Dr. Mike kind of did the same thing. Juji Mufu to a certain extent has the same. It's all the guys that have gyms that are worth multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, and are, to the general public, would be just, oh no, you actually just built a commercial gym. To anyone that doesn't know what's going on, it's like, oh, you just built a commercial gym and you're not charging.
You just don't let anyone come.
Yeah, you don't let anyone come, which would seem insane to most people, but for a lot of people, that is the ultimate goal, the ultimate dream.
Yeah, and then what we've experienced, we're right in the midst of it. You did it yourself. It is the growth of the home gym, because when we started Massenomics, this goes to your conversation a little bit on Do You Even Lift Bro podcast about us, like, oh, you guys, you're more recently into the home gym conversation because we talked about it, used to talk about as much. It's because when we started talking to podcasts in 2015 and 2016, there was barely a home gym community market.
No, like then to me, home gyms were what Tyler had. It was like a spot to kind of do CrossFit in your home. You remember he had that?
Right. That's right.
And he had some beater barbells, some bumper plates.
He even had a home gym at that point in time, didn't he?
But even then it was like, well, but this is just not ideal. Like, it's just a place where you can
wasn't really intriguing.
No, it felt like, oh, why would you want to do this when there's a good gym down the street, And it's just funny how at that time I was kind of dismissive of this home gym, and it didn't even register to me as anything desirable at all. Right. And then how quickly that's changed. I mean, that was probably the first person I ever knew that actually had a legit home gym in their house.
Yeah, I actually forgot that is what he had there.
Until this conversation right now, I had forgot that too. Like, it's...
Yeah, like we had a training session in there.
We did.
If you go listen to, I don't know, episode 3
of the podcast. One of the first 10. Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about we're doing hang cleans in Tyler's garage gym.
I think so, yeah.
That seems like a lifetime ago.
It does. It really does. I mean, I can kind of remember it actually, but yes, it does seem like a lifetime ago.
Remember like doing yoga in his living room?
I remember that one too, yeah.
Does that not seem like a lifetime ago?
I mean, that one does, yes. Yeah. That one really does.
Like, that seems like there's been so
I mean, there has been a lifetime of stuff that has taken place since then. So
yes, that's just wild. But not to get myself completely sidetracked too much, but the home gym evolution, like, we've obviously seen that just freaking explode, like, as we know it, in the last 10 years for sure. Probably in the last 5 years, you could say.
Yeah. I don't even think of like the first couple Arnolds we went to. I don't even remember people coming up and talking to us about their home gyms at all. That was not a thing. And now people talk to us about it all the time as their home gyms.
In 2017 at the Arnold, 2016 at the Arnold, that wasn't a thing. Like there was definitely people, obviously people had home gyms.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people listening that'll be like, well, I had a home gym in 2012 or, you know, like they existed, but it just wasn't, there wasn't a community around it at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
like,
probably the bigger point is
there was no community around it whatsoever. And I think COVID,
I mean, that
was
really
a big
was
inflection point, right?
Yes. That really was like the birth of just so many people's one introduction to a gym or two introduction to a home gym.
Right. And our theory is like with that continuing to grow as the home gym community and home gym people enjoying having a home gym, more home gyms popping up all the time. Like, does that just eventually hamper the viability of some commercial gyms as we know them? Like, will that
actually,
market shrink? Or
I forgot the other point of this that, you know, to prove this point, I was telling you, it's not uncommon for me to meet people that are in my neighborhood that either see me walking my dog or through kids at our school, whatever. We recognize each other. We say, hey, what's up? And we start talking. And this happened multiple times where I start talking to someone and they might see me because the development we live in, a lot of times you have to go by my house to enter and leave.
Yeah.
And if I'm working out, there's a good chance if you're in your vehicle, you probably might see in the garage, or you might see me doing lunges in the driveway or something. And I've had it happen multiple times where people say, oh yeah, I've seen you work out at your house. I have a gym at my house too. Or like, oh yeah, we just built our house. I built a gym in my house. So like that conversation has happened multiple times. I just ran into this weekend someone that used to go to Massenomics gym back in the day. That was like, no, not even Massenomics gym, it was pre-Massenomics gym. He went to the Y with us.
okay.
Big Logan, and he did a powerlifting meet with us. Ran into him this past weekend. Hadn't seen him in probably 10 years. I'm asking him what gym he goes to. He goes, oh, I have a home gym. And it's like, starting to realize that everyone I talk to is like, no, if you have a house, you probably just have a home gym. If you have a house and a gym is a priority to you, it's starting to seem like the vast majority of people that I know have home gyms. Same thing in my neighborhood. When I walk through it, I mean, my street alone, you know, if there's, I don't know, 15, 20 houses on my street, I would not be surprised if close to 10 of them have a rack or some type of exercise equipment in their garage. I was telling you this too. I went for a walk with the dog. I went around the block. Someone had a giant pallet in their driveway. I'm like, what is this? And it was some like crazy, enormous treadmill. And again, you don't probably just buy that's probably not the only piece you're buying, because this is a younger couple that I know lives in this house. So I don't know. I'm assuming they're probably building out a gym in their house too.
Yeah, on my street even, it is slightly overall an older neighborhood, I think. You know, overall there's more
that is a
older
difference
people.
Too. Yeah.
But I do know of 3 home gyms that are just even a stone's throw from me. And 2 of them are really nice. Like they're like, it's not just like, oh, I have a shitty elliptical and this folding bench that sucks balls. Like they have real home gyms. You know, like what I would say, like they have legitimate home gyms. And so there's not tons of them around me, but there is more than you might suspect even, almost is what I would say.
Yeah.
So we did take a poll on our Instagram page, and it was pretty interesting. And then we did get quite a few people to submit answers to this, and the options were essentially, where do you train is the question.
Okay, that was the question.
Where do you train? The question is, where do you train? Commercial gym, home gym, or other is pretty much the choice.
So what was other? What were you getting at there?
Well, what Keith asked this question actually, and maybe that's potentially confusing to me. But the problem was, I think some people say, well, I don't have a home gym, but the place I train at isn't a commercial gym.
Oh, okay. I suppose I can see how someone that goes to Massenomics reading that might say like, "Oh, this isn't a commercial gym."
At least a couple people that go to Massenomics answered this question, and they selected the other.
Okay,
because that's the thing. You know, I think it's
people are thinking like
where you go, you don't consider a home gym. Yeah. Like Massenomics gym really isn't a commercial gym.
Right.
I mean, I suppose it is. I don't know. I'm okay with what's the correct answer there.
I mean, it technically, I think, checks the boxes for a commercial gym.
Right.
It just isn't actively looking for members like every commercial gym is,
Right.
which is kind of a defining characteristic of a commercial gym. But
more like a club,
yes,
honestly.
Yes, or just like a private gym. Like that would be.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what the technical, I put private group / other was the third option.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that was my thought. I don't know. I felt like if I just left the 2, there's too many people that would say, well, I don't go to a commercial gym, but it's not in my home. But the numbers on this, we had 10% of the voters selected that private group / other option. 17% selected commercial gym.
Really?
73% selected home gym, which is a wild. I wouldn't have guessed it was that high.
Do you have actual number totals on the votes?
Yeah, there was 161 home gym, 23 private, and 37 commercial.
Wow.
So
it's pretty crazy. And of course, our audience is going to be biased towards a home gym anyways, because we do produce a lot of home gym content, but
yeah,
still
that's what I was going to say. We do probably operate in like that. I think that's a good indicator of our audience. So, that's a sampling size of our audience, but in the greater population, that's probably not a good sample.
No, but also our audience is, but when you say greater population,
lifters.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you say greater population, are you just talking about just take 1,000 Americans, or are you going to say take 1,000 people?
No, 1,000 people that are Americans that work out of some kind.
Right.
And then I think the commercial number is going to be way higher.
Yeah, but even there, it's like also though, it's the whole thing of
going
down the rabbit hole.
Account like Massenomics, they're going to be people that I go to Snap Fitness. And I really don't care about working out. I just have this thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying is once you take it, if you start defining that question a little more of 1,000 Americans that work out, but also follow programming and like to power lift, and it's all of a sudden you're going to be back in the home gym space again, I think.
Right. The more specific qualifiers you put it, the more things you use as qualifiers to drill down to people that actually have some sort of idea of what they're doing, or even they're just doing something really intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Just if they're even I would even say it broad as they're just doing something really intentionally. Odds of them having a home gym goes up way a ton.
Yeah.
And
it's just
that's
funny how that goes.
The most basic qualifier, just that you really
you're intentional
have
about
some
your
sort of purpose behind what you're doing. Not even to get, I'm not even saying that you're trying to get stronger. Just you have a goal, and it might not even be a goal. That's too narrowed down.
No, it just might be you work out 3 days a week, and that's just what you do. That is something you don't mess around with.
I just kind of want to, I'd like to maintain my body weight. That could be a purpose that you're doing it for. Because a lot of people, I don't even think they make it that far. They just buy a membership at a gym.
Yeah, that's for most people.
But I do think we live for sure in some form of an echo chamber that our numbers are way skewed towards the home gym, but it does show something. It does show that. I
think though, if you did that poll in 2019, it might be the exact opposite of what it is right now, though.
Yeah, I think that's true. I bet the closer you go back to 10 years from now, if that number is just going to continue, I don't know if 2019, 2020 at some point in time in there, they line up with each other, and then the farther you go, they just get more opposite the other direction.
Yeah.
Even from our specific audience, I think.
Yeah.
Even the Massenomics audience, that's what happened. I did have some facts and stuff, some figures behind this, and just basically looking at growth from actual numbers, and most of it's in terms of revenue and sales and stuff like that. But it's just found a couple of articles and that sort of thing that talk about the global home gym market, how much it has grown and how much they actually think that it's going to grow over the next almost 10 years. And they put it at a $12.5 billion industry in 2023 in US dollar terms. And they think by 2032, it'd be a $26 billion industry.
Okay.
So they think more than double over the next decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's globally. Same within the U.S. though, like basically a double growth. Another source estimated the global at-home fitness equipment market to be $9 billion, rising to $18 billion in 2023. Everything shows big growth in the home gym sector, and it talks about the pandemic as a key accelerator. That home gym equipment sales jumped 170% in 2020. Hot demand causing weight equipment shortage. I mean, we've all lived through that. We don't have to.
We were there
with everything that was going on. They do talk about smart systems like Mirror and Tonal saw a growth of 220%. Also, that was kind of new technology, so how could it not grow?
Right.
While Peloton drew in 2.1 million new subscribers,
resulted in $4 billion in revenue for the year. It's like, oh yeah, I guess they're pretty profitable. Or I don't know, maybe they weren't even profitable. They were making money then.
Yeah, I don't know about this survey. A 2025 survey revealed 61% of people have a dedicated workout space at home, while 31% hold commercial gym memberships still.
Yeah, I mean, the survey is from Garage Gym Reviews, though, so it's like we're just surveying your members.
Exactly. It's in the same echo chamber as us at that point, but it's still something. But then, talking about the like they provided quite a bit of evidence, conversely, or devil's advocate side, that for sure this home gym market has grown huge, and it certainly looks like it's continued to grow huge. But the evidence on the other side is that commercial gyms are actually still continuing to rebound slightly, that it's still growing.
Yeah.
It's a growing market. It's just growing a lot slower than the home gym market is.
Well, and I do wonder, just when you look at a bigger picture, like, because housing affordability is becoming such an issue.
Right.
Where I do start to wonder, like, where it's getting to be like damn near impossible in a lot of places for people under the age of like 35 to own a house. And like for them, all right, obviously a home gym isn't going to be an option. You're not going to start a home gym in your apartment or something,
Yes. The first qualifier for a home gym.
A home.
A home.
Or a garage at least. Yes. So I'm curious, long term, that does have to present some issues, but I mean, there's always going to be cheaper. Have you heard about this place called the Midwest, where things are a little cheaper? Probably not as cheap as you think they should be, but a little cheaper.
Yeah, I think sometimes people think it's even cheaper than if you live in Southern California, it's a lot cheaper.
Right, yeah.
A lot of other parts of the country, though, it's not as drastically different as you might think.
No.
Like in the housing thing.
No.
Like, I don't know. We go to a lot of parts of the country that I'm convinced have more affordable housing than we have here.
Talked about one of our recent trips
that we live in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely supply and demand issues where we're at, though, is what the problems tend to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, if you live in Southern California, it's a lot cheaper to live here. I'll concede to that.
Yes. We'll give you that one.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. Like some people have no interest in the home gym whatsoever. And they talked about preferences for commercial gyms being community, which I get that. Although the other side of it is you can kind of find that in the home gym, like the community on the home gym side of it is Massenomics.
You just join the Massenomics Discord and you're good.
The awful Facebook home gym group.
Just a small community with 400,000 people in it.
Right.
Everyone
you
intimately
go to
knows each
gym
other.
Con, you come to the Massenomics stuff. There is a community. That's one of the biggest progressions. Actually, it may be partly what I believe is part of the growth of the home gym thing is that you do get to have a community now. Like it figured out a way. Life finds a way, and so does the home gym community to still have a community even when you lift by yourself at home.
And there's even communities that we don't even hardly know. Like Mini, they have like streamer lifting communities, and that's one area that we don't even know anything about. But between that and then like you were saying, communities based more maybe around the idea of equipment and things, but there's absolutely communities based around whatever style of training you want to do too, whether that's
for sure,
powerlifting. And even if you want to do powerlifting, what type of programming you're running, there's communities based around that too. So
you can keep drilling it down.
Oh, there is and it's not, these things really aren't even that hard to find. Like, we like to run Juggernaut AI. There's a Juggernaut AI community with tons of people posting stuff and questions and talking about it all the time. It's just what are you into?
Well, and then another consumer preference towards going to the commercial gym, they could historically say the equipment. But as time goes on,
That's changing.
that begins to be less of a thing. There's just so many options for your home gym that there again, if you want to be a competitive bodybuilder, you
Yeah.
probably either need a pretty elaborate home gym or you just need to go to a commercial gym.
Yeah.
If you want to be if you're a high level strongman, I guess you either need to invest a lot of money in home gym equipment, which a lot of people do,
Mm-hmm.
or you just go to a
Very specific gym, though.
And that's kind of what they're saying on like the adaptation of commercial gyms, though. Like this gets into borderline of what we consider a commercial gym, but they marked out, how commercial gyms do continue to find success. And it was like by being more focused.
Yeah.
It's like one of them, they said like luxury services, but to me, that's just like fitting a niche there even, or strength focus. Well, that's just fitting the niche.
Right. Like
You're
you can't just open a gym. You can't just have a 4,000 square foot gym and put like 50 machines in it and be like, here's our gym. We're good to go.
Right.
Or like you can do that, but that's what everyone did for like 30 years. And I feel like now what you need to do is no, like this gym caters a little more to powerlifting and strongman, or this gym caters more to bodybuilding, or this one caters more to, I don't know, like classes and things like that, you know?
Right. Like take Sioux Falls, for example. Jonah Leo's gym is very much like a power lifter's gym. There's other things there, but like that's kind of like
And even there, like a USAPL powerlifters gym specifically.
right. What's the one that we haven't been to that opened up
Flex Factory.
recently? Yeah, and that's like influencer, or not an influencer. It's like it's like if you're like 20
Yeah.
and you want to go to a gym that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right? Like,
I mean, not saying it's a bad gym. Like that's just
no,
the vibe
but that's
it has.
like,
yeah,
that's the specific path which makes sense to do that. Like I'm saying you have to almost, what is your angle? Or, we have a lot of people that listen to us that still have commercial memberships because, like I said, they compete in strongman. And so they go to this gym that has all the really good strongman equipment that they could ever want. And they're basically never going to buy all of that equipment for themselves. Mm-hmm. So that's, I think, part of how some commercial gyms continue to make it is just like having their specific focus. They say flexible memberships too. I don't really know about that though. Like I'm not really sure how that applies.
like most gyms are not very flexible with memberships.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so at all.
No.
Were we talking about the drop-in rate, or was someone talking about that on
No, we were mentioning that
talking
about
about
with like
that?
Crew Falls, because we are saying how like just a drop in at most gyms is like $20 some now.
Yeah, it's like for sure like $20. I mean, I don't think it's much cheaper than that anywhere. I don't know if I have any other more points on that, but I guess to talk about the title of the episode, I don't think commercial gyms are going to die. I think there may be a consolidation of the stupid commercial gyms that I think suck, that aren't that good for anyone. Maybe in time those consolidate a little bit.
Right.
Maybe not. Maybe maybe there's always enough people that are willing to spend $20 on a membership that they're never going to use. Maybe there's always enough people that fit that mold. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's also the thing that's like, that is their angle too, though, is they just playing the cheapest
Right.
in town game, and that's why it's
Right.
working for them it's interesting. I don't know. I guess what feel like I've learned looking at this through the years and more recently is it's starting to feel like overall the trend is once you get a little more serious with this, if you have a home, you probably get a home gym.
Right.
That's not to say you have to, but that tends to be the common element there is if you keep training somewhat seriously and you got the space for it, you'll probably have a home gym of some kind.
True. I guess though too, thinking about it for like, there are probably pockets where maybe that doesn't happen. Like you take Aberdeen, for example.
Well,
None of the people that have ever joined that still live in Aberdeen really have a home gym.
Larry Legend.
He does. He does have it, and he literally never uses it.
Thick Nick did.
Yeah, he did too.
But Aberdeen is just so different too, though.
Right.
Isn't that the way
Right.
that you can live almost anywhere in town and be to the gym in 5 minutes?
Right.
Like that's it's just such a different. Everyone that I
Maybe
talk
that's
to,
more of a rural.
yeah, it's just more of the small town
convenience
thing.
thing.
Like everyone that
Right.
I talk to that has a gym, has a family, has kids, has a spouse, has a job they're really busy with, and I get the impression that like they like the gym, but it's also a big part of.
They
Just
can't when
the
you got to
lifestyle.
travel 40 minutes to get one.
Yeah, like
direction
there's
to
just
get
not
there.
enough time in a day. Like it's to the point of
Right.
like, no, I like lifting is something I really enjoy doing, and if I'm going to keep doing it, I have to have a home gym to make this work.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah, that
says
would-
that, but I kind of get the impression that that is a factor in it.
Right. I think so too. But then, so like, I'm convinced absolutely that home gyms are going to continue to become more and more popular. Like, that's just, I don't see
Well,
that dwindling.
It's fun.
so then doesn't that mean that commercial gyms have to?
Well, this is the interesting part, though. This is the interesting part, though. Like when we were growing up, no one our parents' age took fitness seriously. Like that was not a thing.
There's probably like 2 gyms in the town of Aberdeen total at that point in time.
Probably. I mean, it was the YMCA and maybe like one private one. And,
right.
And that was it. And I think most people that went to the YMCA was probably to play basketball or something. Like, there was a ton of people going to lift weights. Like that wasn't a thing. No one was doing programming.
No.
When we were kids, none of our parents
very,
were.
very, very few people.
Yeah,
right?
essentially nobody. Like that was just that was not a thing. And so I do feel like part of it is just the pool has gotten so much bigger. Like you're not dealing with the same number of people. The pool might be 1,000 times bigger than it was then, because taking care of yourself and health is an important. Also, people didn't really. I don't know. I'm generalizing a lot, but how much did people really care about nutrition and what they ate 30 years ago? People just didn't take care of themselves.
You mean back when we used to be a proper
back when we used to be a proper country and people didn't take care of themselves at all. But like for real though, people
they weren't putting all these chemicals in our food, so we didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they didn't put the chemicals in the food, so we had to put the chemicals in our body ourselves. But like that's like the whole health movement has changed a lot since even the 80s and 90s. It's people are aware of what foods are made out of and what they think may or may not be healthy for them and what conditions they may think they do or don't have. Like, I don't know if that was really a thing when we were little.
No, that for sure has to be a factor, especially like over the last 20 years, the growth of just anyone interested in going to a gym at all. But like, is that going to continue to climb? Like, is that just, is that going to, I don't know that it's even relevant, but is that, do you think that's going to continue? Like, have we hit where it's like,
if we hit peak fitness?
The number, I mean, there's always going to be new people getting in, but do you say there's always new people getting out? Or like, is it just become bigger and bigger where it's like, no, everyone goes to the gym?
That is a good question though. Does it turn into a thing of someday where people are like, actually, you know what? We all just take Ozempic. Like we don't even need to bother.
Yeah, that's just drugs.
We don't need to bother with the like physical activity part, the grind of it. Like, oh, that's the fun. To us, that's the fun part. But to a lot of people,
that's
doctor
about GLP-1.
That, and then maybe I get in some testosterone.
Is that what that is?
Hang on to some muscle if I can.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a thought too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. I have a hard time believing though that home gyms won't continue to get popular.
I think that's definitely
for the next 10 to 20 years.
Right. I think that's for sure. But then it just makes me think that the commercial gym has to suffer a little bit from that. Like, I think it has already. To an extent.
Probably. But
I mean, I think 2020 screwed up commercial gyms as much as anything.
Yeah, especially depending on where you lived. Like, that wasn't a thing here, but definitely parts
depending
of the country
on how much was going on wherever you were at.
Depending on how much was going on in your part of the country, that could have been a big problem.
Right. I think the rebound period of that is over though too. Like wherever we're at now, like I don't think that's related. It's no longer related to that. Like people have settled in.
It feels like people should have made up their mind by now if they're gonna have a like they decided if it's safe for them to go back to a commercial gym or if they need to be at a home gym out of necessity.
Right. It's as safe as going to get. It's outside of the ringworm and stuff you get out of from places like that.
Yeah, you stay safe down there.
Did people in wrestling ever get ringworm?
It's funny. In high school, that was always a big concern. You always had to sanitize the mats and all that stuff. Ringworm, impetigo was one that I know. I don't know if anyone ever got ringworm, but I do know impetigo was a few people got that when I was in high school.
Okay.
Luckily, not me.
Knock on wood.
I was moving horse stall mats today. Maybe I did get it.
Well, maybe we should jump into that. Not just the growth of home gyms, but the growth of your home gym. That might be the more interesting topic here at hand.
Probably.
I mean, is there anything else on this?
I don't think there is. I think I'd be curious just to know other people's thoughts on, we were just kind of thinking out loud for, 20 minutes there. But I'd just be curious what other people have noticed in their trends, in their circles, in their areas of the country, if what we're saying seems true, or if it's maybe everywhere else in the country got there 10 years ago. We're just playing catch up,
That's true. It takes a while to get to South Dakota. So leave us a comment on the YouTube video. Let us know what you think the future of commercial gyms is, or the future of home gyms. Not like the equipment that's going to be each, but like, do you picture a big growth in home gym market? Like, is there going to be more of them? Are we going to, in 5 years, we're going to have double the amount of home gyms? Is everyone on your street going to have one? Are half of the commercial gyms in your town going to close? Like, what are you predicting?
So when we talked to Juji, did he say this? Where he's just like, I think in the future, everyone making a house will have like a gym.
He was
room.
talking about that.
Yeah, he's like, because health is getting so important to people. He goes, I just think like everyone building a house, it's going to start to be the thing where like, no, this is the gym area of the house.
Well, essentially, like on the floor plan where it's like dining room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, gym. Like that's the way he was describing it, right? Like
pretty much like wellness area. And
your study or library, it'd be a gym.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you need a rack and weights in there. Maybe you just need some yoga mats and like areas to stretch and do whatever you like to do with that. But people might, like there might be a point in the time where a lot of people are building spots like that into their houses.
I like to think it'll just be floor to ceiling, wall to wall, beyond power Voltras.
Yes.
Like everywhere you reach, you can get a Voltra arm sticking out.
You put your arm out and a cable just instantly
do,
appears in your hand.
Every movement you do it's all, the resistance is all just telekinetic. So you just like don't even have to
But
press
it's never
button.
straight weight. It's always some type of banded reverse chains. Always.
Never straight weight. There's just everywhere you move.
The Voltra, that'd be funny. The second Voltra comes out and it's like Voltra 2 now with no straight weight. Like they just take that out. You actually don't have that option anymore.
You were not going to allow you to do straight weight anymore.
They came out with a new firmware update that removes straight weight from the device.
Yes, I like that. Okay, what about your gym though? Tommy's home gym.
I actually took the day off from work today. And when I say took the day off from work, I took the day off from sitting at the computer to do significantly more work, an insane amount of manual labor. And it's because I'm under the deadline. You're coming here in like 2 days. So I had a lot of shit I had to get done, but there will be videos on all of this that go more in depth, but I'll give people a heads up because I don't know, it might be a month or whatever before those videos come out. So the first thing was, I'm pretty sure I'd mentioned this in the podcast. Sometime this summer, Ashton over at Freedom Fitness just said, hey, I got a package coming your way. Yep. And he didn't tell me what it was. I had no clue what it was. I didn't know if he was sending me a piece of equipment, what it was. Freight company shows up, or a semi shows up in front of my house. The loading door drops open and a pallet wheels off with 3 big rolls of rolled flooring on it. And it was black with a red fleck in it. Looked really cool. Never seen rolled flooring like that before. And it was sweet. But then I'm thinking, okay, I got to tear apart my entire gym someday to make this happen. And that was in, I think it was like June. Leading up to the meet, I was not going to be messing around with all that. So got done with the meet. Life's been pretty busy, but yeah, like I said, under the gun now. So had to get it done. So today was my day. I went out there. The first thing shows how wrong my priorities were. I was all worried about moving my lat pull down machine with like, what's it have, a 280 pound stack or whatever it is. That was the least of my worries for the day.
Was it pretty easy to move?
I bought those movers that Brandon had suggested or had in his video. Those didn't move good. The way my lat pull down machine set up, those didn't move good on the rubber stall mats. But once I got it on those on the epoxy garage floor, it moved super easy. But on the stall mats, my cable pull down machine, it's so like heavy in the back that anytime you pull, it's like it wants to tip up. So it's always like tipping up to be on 2 feet. And then it just doesn't work when, it's not staying all flush on the ground. So, but like that part was easy. My rack, I've moved my rack before because I've tried to do, when I've added horse stall mats in the past, I just take one of the weight pegs and move it up, and you can kind of just push it around. It had the flat feet too, so it kind of would slide around. Like it wasn't that hard to move. So got everything cleared out, took the horse stall mats out. I was curious what they would look like underneath, and it's just where every little nub sat, there would just be a little brown spot of water. And I don't know if that's mold or if that's just dirty water from moisture and condensation through the temperature changes here, but sprayed it down, got it dried up, cleaned up, and that part was easy. Like moving all that stuff, getting the floor cleaned, I'm probably in, 30, 40 minutes at this point. I'm like, this is going too good. This is going great. And then, man, some people think a horse stall mat is hard to move. And like, I get it. They're annoying, but the horse stall mat's not that bad. A 4x10 rubber mat is the worst thing you could ever try to move.
4x10, 3/4 inch thick, too.
Oh,
right?
they're
it's a giant horse stall mat.
Yeah, just a horse stall mat that instead of being 6 feet is 10 feet. Yeah. And it is so hard to move those things. It's just, oh my God. I cannot like overstate how challenging it was to work with those damn things. And I'm sure someone that does flooring probably knows all the tricks and everything. And I actually did figure some out as I went on, but I thought, oh yeah, I'll just roll this into the corner, set it down, and just kind of push it with my feet. We'll be good to go. Like, no, there's no like micro adjustments. It's like start over.
You're not just tapping it with your foot a little bit.
No, it doesn't do that. And like a horse stall mat, when you try to pick it up, when you grab one end, you have like 3/4 of the horse stall mat off the ground, basically. Right. Like this, you pick it up, there's still like 80% of the thing on the ground. So you're just dragging so much. And it's been rolled. Horse stall mats are never rolled. They're always flat. So they want to lay flat. This thing's been rolled. I don't know if it was, it was probably in a roll at his warehouse, but it's been rolled on a pallet in my garage for like the last 4 months, and it wanted to be rolled that direction. And then once you try to do it another direction, it didn't want to go that direction. And man, it was just any way that the thing could fight you, it would fight you. And I don't know. It took me to lay these 3 rolls down. It took me like 4 hours. It took way too long. Eventually I figured out, no, what you need to do is you need to flip it over so that where it's trying to roll down back into the floor, so that it wants to be down. And then
curling up.
Yeah. And then the way to move it is you actually just need to fold it in half on top of itself and pull on the fold. And that's the way to move the thing. And then flip it all the way back and see if it's where it needs to be. And if it's not, flip it all the way over. And then, like that actually saved me so much time. And that was so much easier. But like I'm watching videos of people installing rolled flooring in housing or in gyms. And it's like, oh yeah, when it's 3/8 of an inch thick, you can just flip up the edge and it stays. Like you can't flip up any edge on a 3/4 inch thick one. It doesn't go. It fights you every bit of the way. So it was an absolute battle. It was really, really hard. Now that I'm done with it though, it looks sweet. It looks really good. It's a cool look. It definitely has that upgraded feel from just black horse stall mats with Gorilla Tape, keeping them all together. Right. Now when I look at the horse stall mats, I think like, God, those things were in here? Like that just seems so primitive. But I did that, and that wasn't enough though. We're going to have a full video on this next idea coming out, but decided it was time to upgrade the rack from just the Bells of Steel 4-post flat foot rack design to a Bells of Steel 6-post rack. Finally joining the big boy club, but wanted to try and keep it as compact as possible. And so my current rack is a 30-inch depth, which I think is probably the smallest you'd want to go if you're going to be squatting inside the rack. I know they make like a 24-inch option, but I don't think most people are squatting inside a 24-inch rack.
That'd be pretty small.
It's just not very deep. I mean, you could, but it's just not a ton of room. So I have 30 inch on the inside. I got the the rear 2 uprights and then a 17-inch cross member to connect those. And I was worried this was right before we got on the podcast. This is what I was kind of getting cleaned up, but I was worried would the 17-inch cross member be enough? Because I think like the Rogue racks you have, Tanner, are they 40 inches deep or 50 even? Like they're big.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And then like the
don't know.
cross, I
Is
think.
it 42 or something like that?
Yeah, and then
they're really big though.
Yeah, and then the storage portion, like that might even be
That's
30
still-
inches deep there.
Yeah, it's still pretty big.
Yeah.
So the concern is when you put the plates on. Like, is that what you're saying? When you put the
Right,
plates
I was
on the
worried like
17,
on 17, like, oh, depending
Is
on
it
where I
gonna
have
be
the plates,
bumped?
is this an issue? No, like
Yeah.
if now seeing it, like if they made an 8-inch cross member, that would probably work just fine too. Like,
Yeah.
so it is cool to know that 17 is more than generous. Like, there's no way you're going to hit that ever. Like, I actually don't
Right.
think you could. I don't think you physically can hit it. Like, I don't think the measurements work out. So yeah, I got to get everything cleaned up all the way, but do have a 6-post rack in place now, and between that and the red flooring or the black and red flooring, it's the gym feels like it got a big upgrade.
And with the Black Widow cart that you just got
And the
recently,
Black Widow card in there.
it's kind of been big upgrades lately, hasn't it?
There has been, a lot of big things. So, like I said, there'll be a full video coming out covering the rack. That's one of the ones we're going to shoot when you're here, and I'll go more into the logistics and the reasonings and all that. But
Well, so you haven't used the rack yet, and we don't have to get into it all together. But do you think are you going to like that better then? Do you think?
I mean, functionally, not much is really going to change at all. It's
Right.
like, I'm still squat inside the rack. It's just the bigger one is I actually have storage off the back now.
Right.
So
it's the plate storage. Then
yeah,
is
the
more
plate
so.
storage, the barbell storage. I got one of those Rogue bar hangers that you,
like the 4.
yeah,
Yeah, those are
well,
good.
for the Monster Light, I think they only have a 3 bar because yours is 4,
okay,
I think,
same
right?
idea. Yeah,
Yeah, but
mine-
same thing.
I've
So I'm
got
like,
3 of
that
them that
works
are 4.
great. Like, and I have like my curl bar laying on the floor. I'm going to give it, really elevate that curl bar
Yeah.
experience. I'll have that in there.
Could you have 2 of those if you ever needed?
Yeah,
to,
and I
then?
could put one on the other side too.
right.
So just having that for weight storage. Now I have like a leg curl or a leg roller, and it's like just having areas off the back to store some of that stuff.
Yeah.
As I have acquired more things, it's just nice. Like, is it a necessity by any means? No, but you just see people have 6-post racks, and I wanted it on the club, and I got it, and I'm excited
Does it
to
push it out too far from the wall then?
No,
Or
it
is
basically
that
doesn't
not a
push out
problem?
any farther at all because my feet, I'm assuming Bells of Steel probably just makes one set of feet, that accommodates whether your rack is 30 inches deep or 45 or whatever it is. Because my feet, they actually took up about the same amount of room as what I have right now. So
it really is no different
if
then.
anything, and I could look and tell the exact same measurement, but I knew this going into it because I measured it like 20 times thinking, am I missing something here? But my actual footprint has increased by like a couple inches is all. And I could push it back. It would just make because I have this one little notch out of my garage, it would just make getting the 45s out slightly more challenging. But where it's at right now, like everything's easy to access. I still have basically the same amount of room. So it changed almost nothing for me. And I got a lot more functionality out of it.
Okay. Sweet. But we will have the gym tour and then the specific videos coming very soon to cover all of that.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
All right. Is there any other topics we want to hit on this week?
That's
particular?
probably it.
I would just mention one thing. Oh, okay. I got a couple things. Something
Oh.
came in. I have a sack segment.
Okay.
You want to do a sack segment?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Before I get to that, I did get just today a couple new blobs came in.
Oh yeah. I
got-
was curious. What's the story with those? Are they?
Those are so right now the blobs I have are half 60, half 70, half 80, half 90, half 100.
Uh-huh.
So I've had 5 blobs, but they're all half 10-pound increments. This I got a half 85 and a half 95.
Okay.
So it's more of an incremental thing.
On those bigger ones where it gets tougher.
Yeah. Like I can do like I did the 90 today, but I'm a long ways from doing the 100.
Okay.
So I'm like, now I have the 95. Like, can I
Yeah.
eventually get the 95? These two both have like an old red paint on them, which I think
Well,
would make it so most people don't want them. But I'm like, I kind of like it. It kind of works.
That's what I was curious on because I saw that and I didn't know if there was something else going on or if it was just
No,
old red
They're
paint.
just blobs, and
Okay.
95 is kind of harder one to find. So I was happy to get one.
And how did
the
you track
blobs.
these down?
Through Vintage Weights, old Chicago Iron guy that I've got
Okay.
a bunch of stuff from before. So he had them, and
Did
I
you tell him you were on the
eventually
lookout for these or did they just pop up?
I can't remember because I do talk to him quite a bit, and I can't remember if he or I think I might have been like, what do you got lately? And like these popped up, and I hoed and hummed about it for a while because blobs aren't super cheap. And I'm like, eventually I was like, I'm just going to hold off on that for now. I got for some other stuff. And then eventually one day I'm like, well, would you take this much? And he's like, sure. And I'm like, okay, I just got to get them then. I got those.
Does the paint change the feel of it versus the other ones?
I don't know yet.
Oh,
that's a great question. I'm very curious.
So you haven't actually used them yet?
I literally opened them out of the box this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
This evening, and they felt heavy as hell just opening them out of my cardboard box.
Because you're not in the gym. Everything feels really heavy.
Exactly. I'm like, oh my God. I picked this up with one hand. I can barely pick this up with two hands.
I'll never forget when I picked up that barbell for you in Sioux Falls. When I still lived in Aberdeen, I was down here for something. It was that black. It was that black Ohio Power Bar. I picked it up from someone.
That was used. That's right.
I picked it up from someone here, and I mean it was like brand new. But yeah, I picked it up from someone at their home gym here, and I remember bringing that into I drove my wife's car to Sioux Falls just so I could get this barbell, and I remember putting it into her car and being like, this is the heaviest barbell I've ever felt in my life. It was probably the first time I ever touched a barbell not inside a gym, and it felt so heavy.
That is a real phenomena. Then let's not get into the story, but do you know who Cole Swindell is? Have you heard that name before?
I don't think so.
Just Google Cole Swindell quickly. Just this will be more interesting. I specifically think I won't get into the details on this on the episode. I will just tell you one interesting fact.
American singer-songwriter. Okay, is he like a country act?
He's a country guy. He's got I think I looked on Instagram the other day. He's maybe got like 1 or 2 million followers on Instagram. He's a pretty big up and comer, I guess. Okay. I don't know his music. I don't know.
Oh, you don't either.
No. I mean, I know the name.
Okay. That's what I say though. You at least know the name though. Like,
for sure. I mean, he's big, pretty big time. He's on the radio and all that stuff.
Okay.
I don't listen to it in particular, but I don't have anything against it. But my Thomas Inch dumbbell is in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That is going to come to South Dakota later this month. It's going to get brought. Cole Swindell will be bringing it to Brookings at the end of the month. And that's all I'm going to say for so far for this episode. That's all I want to say. That's all I'm at liberty to discuss.
Okay.
Cole Swindell is bringing the 173-pound Thomas Inch dumbbell. One other point of correction. Someone pointed me out on this. I kept saying Holly dumbbell, Holle. The way I understand it, it is a Hall dumbbell.
Oh. But it is Holle.
It is Holle, Hall.
Must be a French thing.
Must be French also. So Cole Swindell will be hand delivering to Brookings the Thomas Inch dumbbell. But I don't want to say anything else.
Okay. All right. Well, it's good to know that it's in good hands.
And then, we recently both got the Pelotons. We've talked about that. But I don't think I've really shared this little interesting piece of equipment. We'll see if I can somehow show this off. Maybe going to be easier said than done. This is a true sack segment. What's in Tanner's sack? See if I can manipulate this with all my podcasting equipment at the same time.
Sack. All I see is an iron neck.
Yes. If you haven't guessed it for our audio only listeners, I am now wearing the iron neck. What is the iron neck? You didn't ask? Well, I'll tell you. Welcome to a difference-making journey. Like many big ideas, Iron Neck started with a simple question. What if? What if paying a little more attention to often ignored neck muscles could yield transformational changes in people's lives? What if athletes could enjoy sports without the long-term impact of head and neck injuries? What if physical hobbies could be enjoyed pain-free as we go? What if sitting at a desk all day didn't need to be a death sentence for your spine? We set out to improve the way that people live by paying attention to every muscle that supports the spine. First manufactured in a Southern California machine shop in 2012. This is like a Buddy Caps timeline. Machine Shop in 2012, aside Space Rockets, Iron Neck 3.0 is all grown up. The result of hundreds of hours of R&D. We are humbled by the opportunity to earn your that stuff. Iron Neck. Here is the Iron Neck. I've only played with it a little bit so far. Are you familiar with what you actually do with Iron Neck at all?
Not really, actually, because that was going to be my next question is, how do you actually load this thing?
This is how you load.
So for people that don't know, though, the Iron Neck, Tanner it's basically a disc that's wrapped around your head. Like your head's in the middle of the donut. It's this donut that goes around your head. Is there a strap on the top of it then?
Yeah, there's a strap across the top of my head. There is interchangeable front pad for different head sizes. And then there's
you have a strap like a helmet.
A buckle under your chin. Buckle. And there's also, it's like Reebok pumps.
Oh.
Like there's different pads to get you the general size. And then
so
once you get it on,
dial it in.
Then you pump it. And I actually can, as I'm pumping this, it's really tightening up. Okay. Like it gets pretty tight on there.
Okay. So you can get a good fit then.
And then you have this that goes a full 360 degrees on the track. It's what I would say
like
is
a mounting pin,
a mounting point, and then it comes with one resistance band that hooks up to that pin, and then you mount this either to like a rack or it has different mounts to mount to a doorway.
Oh,
and it pulls over
and
here,
that's where you get your resistance.
Is a resistance band pulling, and you're
okay, so you're just getting your reps. All right. I didn't know if you actually put weight on it or how that worked for sure.
No, it's a resistance band. I'm probably talking too far away from the mic, but it's resistance band loaded.
I just always remember when we're at Chad's house, he goes, "Hey, coach, Iron Neck." That's what I think when I see Iron Neck now.
Yeah, I remember that. That is so true. I never thought about that, but that's exactly what
I think of every time.
Yeah.
Chad's story about it.
So this may look a little different though, right?
Oh, it looks very different.
All right, I'm going to take it off. And then there's a release for the pump.
Oh.
I've got some plans for the Iron Neck. Hopefully do a couple videos with it.
Yeah. You're saying between like the Iron Neck and the power pole, you could really, and the Tsunami bar, you could really take straight between the power pole, the Iron Neck, and the Tsunami bar. You could really take strength training to levels never seen before.
That's what I'm excited about. Is really like amping all of this up a little bit to take it to some unseen areas before.
I like that. That's good.
Okay, we talked about Cole Swindell having my dumbbell. So, have you heard about this? Barefoot.store. The Oso 2. Have you seen the Oso 2 in black and white? This is brand new.
No, I'm
Oso CG2 in black and white.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
I have now. I like this.
Yeah. This is a whole another animal, a whole different shoe from Barefoot. Check this out. If you've had Barefoot before or if you've checked out their site before, check out this new shoe. It is new to the site. It's the Oso CG2 in black and white. Certainly a different look shoe that Barefoot has not offered before.
Yeah, really closing in on just that. It's now just fitting in as just being an everyday loafer at this point, or an everyday casual slip-on shoe.
That's what I would say. And that is brand new. I do think it's available now to purchase. I think that's the only colorway that it's in. Pretty intriguing shoe that they've got there, I would say, in the Oso 2. If you want some of their more traditional, check out their boots. Actually, this isn't also traditional, but I'm a Bruin boot fan. Tommy, you wear your Bruin boots much lately at all there?
Not lately.
Not much boot wearing?
No, I'm more of a boot guy in the winter.
Yeah, so you're wearing your Ursus a little bit? Okay. Check out all of them from barefoot.store. Pay particularly close attention to that new Oso shoe that they've got there. Thanks, Barefoot. Use discount code Massenomics for 10% off.
That is correct. And this episode is also brought to you by Juggernaut AI. Juggernaut AI is the smartest program for you. They deliver principle-based coaching through cutting-edge technology to help you get the best results for your training. Juggernaut has been around since 2009, helping thousands, actually tens of thousands of people reach their strength training goals. I've been using Juggernaut AI for about 3 years now and have had really good progress with it. It's kept training fun, it's kept it interesting, and it's kept me engaged and looking forward to my next training session, which I think all of those things are, one, things that you want in a program, and also things that will keep you having fun in the gym as time goes on. Right now, I'm just starting a hypertrophy block, so I got a whole new training program, training schedule, all this good stuff. It's like I was just saying, it's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to the coming weeks and to see where I can push some of these numbers. If you'd like to get signed up for Juggernaut AI, you can head over to the website, juggernautai.app, use the code Massenomics, and you can save 10% on the lifetime of your membership. The important part here is do it through the website. There is an app that you will use on your phone, but to get signed up, if you want the discount, do it on the website, juggernautai.app. Thank you, Juggernaut.
Anything else for episode 400?
I will just say really quick, just along those lines, is my Juggernaut did just switch to a hypertrophy block. And for some reason,
so like this week, are you on a hypertrophy
block? This is the first
week
week of it. And for some reason, it might be this way for everyone, but my bridge block, for the most part, the weights are really light, like really, really light. And I don't know if it's because, I put all my days in as just easy. And I don't know if it's because of the timer thing or what, but that got done. And all of a sudden, I think the heaviest squats I had in my entire bridge block were like maybe 285 pounds, maybe. And then my first set on this was like 355. Yeah, 355 for a set of 8. And it felt great. It felt really, really good. But, my legs were not used to moving weight. And I'm feeling that today.
So you did that on your old gym setup, though?
I did it on the old gym. Probably should be benching tomorrow. That'll be the real test, is what does that feel like?
That'll be the first one. Yeah, because I'm guessing it'll feel a little bit better with the new setup.
I think you might be onto something there. Might have to be adjusting my numbers.
Things you were missing.
Yep. That was what I was missing to get strong. I think
that's
you're right.
really going to throw off your numbers, though. Like,
I know.
You're going to be like, RPE 2.
Yep. If it'd let me put that in.
You can't go below 5, can you?
No, you cannot.
Okay. So is there a deload between the bridge block and the hypertrophy block start?
No,
there's not.
Just takes you right in. Because you're on it right now, though, aren't you? Or
yeah, I'm on maybe my second hypertrophy block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because you went to started fresh right after the meet, right?
Right. I actually did. I just didn't do any bridge block.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
So I'm on I think.
Yeah, that would make sense. You'd be about 6 weeks in, because I did a 6-week bridge and I just started this now. So.
Yep, that's right. I'm on
6 or 7 weeks.
I'm on after next week's a deload, and then I have 4 strength blocks in a row. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually on my last week of a hypertrophy block. So I've gotten to do some RPE 10s. Well, I haven't done. There was discussion on this in the Discord about the RPE 10s and Juggernaut, and I'm not even saying this is my recommendation for everyone, but I know, like, say your brother Ryan is similar in this way, the way he handles those, because there is a decent number of RPE 10s just in
it's every 4 weeks you get them.
Right. And I actually don't do an RPE 10. Sometimes I do, but the way I actually read that in my head when it's an RPE 10, I consider that an RPE 9+, in the sense that my goal is a 9+. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I might actually hit an 8.5. Sometimes I might hit a 9. Sometimes I might hit a 9.5. Sometimes it might be a 10. But I read that as it is a 9+. I do not read that as I have to hit a 10. That's not my
It's
goal.
really hard to hit 10 exactly.
Right.
Like
and I don't want to hit 10s actually that frequently. I'm going to have a hard time I'm going to have a bad time if I'm doing RPE 10, like a true RPE 10. If I'm doing that every 4th week on all 3 of my big lifts, I'm going to have problems.
Well, you start to learn the ones you can send it on. Like over time, you
Exactly.
should realize like, oh yeah, you can like send it on bench a little more, and it's whatever. But
Yep.
yeah, have an RPE 10 week or within 7 days, I should say, where you could be doing RPE 10 squat, bench, and deadlift. It can be tricky. I mean, yeah, if you can do it, that is great, and like you should try. But it's understanding.
I think your training age and training experience and where
yes.
you're at in your journey makes a big difference too.
Well, exactly. Like I think you can get away with a lot more when you're in your 20s and like a single guy and doing whatever than you can when you're in your late 30s and you have a family and sleep can be wherever and you might be podcasting until midnight and like there's just so many other variables that
in your early 20s and you've been lifting for a year, you might just need to actually do a few
Oh,
more.
you do. Well,
Like, it
also
might
your
be-
RP 10 is not
benefit
going to be
you.
that hard.
Right. And like it just, you need to experience that, that training stimulus a little more often, I think, because you probably haven't really done it that many times.
Yeah.
And your risk for injury, because every time the farther towards that line you push it, not that the injury risk is great, but the injury risk gets higher.
It does increase.
You know, it's not wildly high or anything like that, but it does increase. And the younger you are, the more, you can ride that line harder too, I think.
I also, along those lines, I have a harder time just doing a true RPE 10 in a home gym when I'm lifting alone because it's just harder in that scenario when there's no spotters around, you know?
Right. Yeah. Like, are you going to do a 10 squat?
It's
Like, not that you can't.
yeah. And I'm going to try to get close, but like, I would definitely pick it. I mean, it might be a 10-pound difference or maybe a rep difference, but if I was in Massenomics gym versus my home gym on squat, it's going to be approached slightly different.
And I don't think for a lot of lifters, there's not a huge loss by treating those as a 9.
No, oh
either.
God. Yeah. That's what,
Like, because also, especially if you're properly inputting that, when you say, no, here's how many reps I did, and it really was a 9. I mean, it understands the differences there, like
Yeah.
it's knowing that like, okay, this is the weight you did, but it was a 9. Well, there was a little bit more, like your max, it has a relative estimate of what your max is based off of that. That's my RPE 10 discussion on that because it came up. Should we? All right, now let's end it.
Yeah.
Tommy, where do they find you at?
find me at Tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Baird. Just make sure to follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See ya.